Started in 1828. George Cunningham, who was one of the first settlers of Newton County, my great-great-great-grandfather, was one of the founders of Salem. His child was the first child born in Newton County after it became a county. So this third tent right down here, the green one, was the tent he built in 1840. Of course, the history of the place, the spring down here is a 30 gallon per minute, 65 degree cold water spring. And that's the reason Salem is where it is because they had to have a lot of water when people came, not only for the people, but the animals they brought with them. The spiritual feeling people get here, it's just nothing like it. We start off every service with the song "Sweet, Sweet Spirit." And we've got about 15 different states represented right here on the campground right now. And so a lot of people just get back together for one time a year.
My family has come out since my father was 4 years old, which would have been in 1922, and he stayed at the Old Man tent. But as a family, when I was growing up, I stayed in the hotel with my mother and sister and brother. And then after I married, I started bringing my family back to Conyers, and my mother still lived here, and so we stayed with her and would come out to all the services.
Well, it's just a family tradition kind of thing, and we've been coming out from Conyers all my life, and my mother brought us out, and we actually stayed in the hotel. Our family's never really had a tent out here, and we always came out and stayed in the hotel until this year. This tent that we're standing on has been given to our family, and we're starting the tradition now of being tenters out here.
You know, for us, our family, I grew up out here with my cousins. I live in Tennessee and they all live in Atlanta and Georgia, and so this was one time every year that we made sure everyone came back, and it was a time for all of us to get together and experience family and tradition. And for me, it's fun to see all the families out here, kind of to see what the Lord's doing in everyone's life throughout the year.
I mean, for us, it's tradition. In fact, we were talking earlier today, my family's been out here for over 30 years, come out here for over 30 years. My daughter and son have both grown up out here. This is where we have a sense of community. And we know the message is being preached here, and we love to hear that.
It sort of harkens back to a simpler time. I think people yearn and have a need for close relationships. We intrinsically need that, and this is a place, whether it's with family or friends, old friends or new friends, the setting just naturally, sort of organically lends itself to those kind of conversations. And people come back year after year after year because of a need they have to be enriched, to be renewed. It's a renewal, I think.
Well, I think it's important for the next generation to see, generations of people here in relationships, and then passing your faith on to your kids and them seeing that and learning about Jesus and learning truths about how to live life and what life's all about.